All right, so we're going to start the meeting off like we always do with recognition. So does anybody have anything, any recognition for anyone else on the team? I have some, so I'll start. I just wanted to recognize the leader team as a whole, just because there's been a lot of stuff that I've been kind of throwing around and putting in place, and they've been kind of jumping on board with me and taking action with some of the stuff and really helping me out a lot. And I appreciate all the stuff that they've been doing, and it's really going to help everybody on the team, when we really get this stuff rolled out and we have everything in place, some of which I want to kind of talk about after we talk about leadership ladder if we have enough time. I just want to touch on some of the stuff that me and the other leaders have kind of been working on and are coming for you guys to kind of help you guys with your business, make things easier. So thank you, everybody, all the leaders, for, really helping me out with everything that we got going. I know I've been throwing stuff at you, yeah, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. And you guys have really jumped on board and helped out. So I appreciate that. Anybody else have anything they would like to say? All right. Cool.
Gavin.
Whoa. Yes.
Shout out to you for starting the sneak peek. That was awesome.
Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
If not everybody knows what that means, you'll learn by the end of the meeting. You'll know what that means. So I'm going to talk about leadership ladder a little bit. So I've been throwing this around a lot in the team page. Has everybody seen the leadership ladder? Raise of hands if you've seen the leadership ladder. Okay. So everybody knows what their rank is on the leadership ladder. Is that true? Okay, thumbs up. I'm seeing some kindas and some thumbs up. So I'm not going to do a screen share, but if you guys kind of want to follow along with me with what I'm doing, I'm going to be in the Coach Online office. If you don't know where to find your leadership ladder, it's pretty easy. If you're in the Coach Online office, right in the middle, there's the chart that's usually on Success Club, or actually is on Success Club by default. There's a tab that says a leadership ladder right next to it. So if you click on that, basically what that's going to do is kind of give you a breakdown. It should have your last month's finishings in there, and then it'll have this month. For some categories, for example, like Success Club, you might see a dash if you haven't hit Success Club 5 at least. That'll just show up as a dashed line. The one on the bottom, the PS team leaders, that one's only updated at the end of the month. So for those of you that need PS team leaders to reach your next rung benchmark, just so you know and you're aware, that category is only updated at the end of the month. So everybody on board so far where we're at, everybody's following along. Okay, good. So this shouldn't be too in depth. I mean, most of the stuff in the leadership ladder and the different categories is pretty easy to understand in my opinion. But if you see right at the bottom, it says click here for more information about this report. When you click on that, it brings you to a separate document. And this document basically lays out all the different rungs of the ladder. So, I don't know, let's, just so I can make it more interactive and fun, because I know you guys like that kind of stuff. How many people here are in the business starter category? Raise your hand and keep your hand up so I can see how many people are in the business starter. How many people are in team builder category? Raise your hand. Rob's in team builder. Julie, which one are you in? Are you, Melissa, you're in team builder? Okay.
How about how many are in none?
None? I guess that would be an option.
Yes, it is.
None.
I'm in team builder.
You're team builder? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I guess none is an option. I didn't say none, but yeah. So if you are not currently making $100 a month or hitting Success Club 5, that I guess would put you into the not the first rung yet. So what I want to talk about with as far as the ladder goes. So first, I'll just cover these categories really quick. So basically, what you're doing is you're obviously working towards the goals for the next month. So you want to hit all of the numbers for all of the different categories to basically reach the next rung of the ladder. So, for example, if you were at none, if you haven't hit the first rung yet, your goals are going to be to at least be earning $100 a month, Success Club 5, and at least be a coach. I will tell you right now that if you do the SC5 one, you're going to make $100. So what you're going to see with the ladder is I think that SC5 is a huge driver. None of the goals across the board, if you guys aren't looking at the layout for all the different rungs, none of them require Success Club 10. It's all 5. It's all SC5 all the way across. So we're even talking for 5-star diamonds and above SC5. And that's just like a consistency thing that Beachbody likes to put in place. I mean, they want you to consistently hit Success Club 5, and that's how you'll see your business grow. So to get to business starter, if you guys are hitting your Success Club, you're going to be a business starter. I mean, that's going to happen. So that's kind of the first thing. So let's just go through the categories real quick before I get sidetracked again. So the top one is commission. So that's how much you should be earning a month. So you can see it goes from like 100, 250 for a team builder, $1,000 for team leader, and so on and so forth on the board. Raise the hand. Yes.
Are you screen sharing right now?
No, I'm not screen sharing because it'll mess up our recording video.
Okay, I missed that while I was switching. So
Okay.
never mind. Ignore me.
Are you following along with where we're at?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one, obviously, Success Club, we talked about that one. It's going to be SC5 all the way across the board, no matter the rung. So that's going to be a huge one. So if you're hitting SC5, you're always going to have the opportunity to advance to the next rung. Highest paid rank. So your highest paid rank is whatever your highest paid rank for that month was. Okay. So it goes Coach, Emerald, Diamond, and then 2-star, 5-star. PS coaches. So PS with 1 plus SC point. That means your personally sponsored coaches. So coaches you personally brought into the business that have 1 or more Success Club points. Okay, so as a business starter, you don't need any. But as a team builder, you need to have at least 2. And then it kind of moves up as you go down the rung. So that's just your personally sponsored coaches with 1 or more Success Club points. Week leg team volume. Okay, so what this is accumulated every week. And how this works is based on your 2 legs. And I hope most of you understand what I'm saying and understand the verbiage here. But how your business works, and you have your 2 legs. Whichever leg recorded the least amount of volume for the week is considered your weak leg. Okay, so they're not just looking at what we would normally consider your weak leg and strong leg in the business. It's whatever leg pulled in the least amount of volume for the week. So sometimes people might already see this in their businesses. What I've told you is your weak leg and which one's your strong leg, like which one you're sharing with the team, or what your upline coach has told you. Sometime you might notice that your weak leg produces more volume than your strong leg does for a given week. Well, in that week, your strong leg volume would actually be calculated into your weak leg team volume. Does everybody understand that? So the lowest volume of the 2 legs each week is what that accumulation is for. So that kind of moves up as you go. It actually jumps pretty quickly. Like team builders 200, and then team leaders 5,000. So you can see that there's a big shift there in that. And then PS team leaders, same idea here. Personally sponsored coaches who are team leaders. Okay, so like I would need like Julie could be, if Julie was a team leader, she would count as one of my personally sponsored team leaders, for example. So your PS coaches who are also team leaders on the rung. Does that make sense? Everybody get the different categories? Any questions on those? Okay, so why do I want to talk about the leadership ladder? I think people are motivated by different things in this business. For example, if you guys don't know this about me, I'm motivated by very stupid stuff. Okay, so like I'm motivated to like rank advance and go on fun trips and things like that for like things that I'll even pull one down for you. Things that don't really matter much to other people, but like I think they're super awesome. Okay, so like these little bracelets that we get and stuff like that. These things, like I like to rank advance to get a cool bracelet. Like when we go on trips, these little ribbons that we get that says like you're a Success Club legend and a diamond coach. That's what I like to do for my business. I like to earn these little ribbons. Okay, that's why I like to rank advance so I can get fun stuff. So I think people are motivated by different stuff, and I think this is another reason that the leadership ladder is a cool thing. It can be used by not only you but your team. Okay, you can point your people at this and say like, okay, here's specific laid out goals for you to reach to start to grow your business. And I think people will be driven to say like, well, I don't want to be a business starter anymore. I want to be a team builder. Well, okay, well, here's what you have to do to be a team builder. And you're going to see really, I mean, like I said before, this is such a Success Club driven idea. You know, if you can consistently hit Success Club, if you're bringing in coaches, you know, every now and then, or we're doing the challenge group stuff correctly, and those customers are becoming coaches and things like that, your rank is going to grow. Okay, your rank's going to grow no matter what as your business builds. That's going to happen. You know, so that the highest paid rank thing, you're not going to have to worry about that. It's just going to happen for you. And the same thing. I mean, the same thing with the volume. Okay, as your team builds and your team grows, you know, your volume is going to go up too. You know, everybody else underneath you is going to be producing more volume. The team's going to be growing. So that weak leg team volume is also going to go up too. So you can just kind of see how these rungs work and how they're put in place. And the goal really, you know, from what I've heard about this, they showed this for the first time when we went to the New Leader Conference, before they even rolled it out to you guys or showed anybody else it. And they really talked about like, sometimes there's such a heavy focus on rank and like, what's your rank and what rank are you? That the leadership ladder gives you something else to work towards. There's other things in here that you can work towards that's not rank driven. Okay. And that's really what they want to do. I mean, if you're looking to build like a strong, you know, stable business, I think following the leadership ladder is what's gonna give that to you. There's a video. I don't know if you guys know this either, but in your Coach Online office, underneath the news and training, it's under, what's the tab? I was just looking at it before. There's a new, they rolled out some new training, if you guys didn't know that. I'm kind of sidetracking. Under the training tab though, there's training for like each, like there's a coach training, there's an Emerald to Ruby training, there's a Diamond 1-star, 2 to 4-star, 5 to 15-star. They separated all the trainings out, and there's also one on leadership ladder. There's like a small video in the leadership ladder one with Michael Neiman talking about it, and it's like 2 minutes long. But it's pretty cool, and it kind of talks about some of the points that I was addressing. But they really like this idea and this concept of the leadership ladder, that they've tied it into like all of the coach training now. I mean, the leadership ladder is included in everything, in all of that stuff. So what I wanted to do is just make you guys more aware of, you know, what the ladder is. You know, there's some different little caveats and stuff when you get higher up and you're 2-star and you have multiple business centers, and how does that work and how do those roll together. But I don't think we really need to talk about that because nobody's really at that point where they need to worry about that right now. So we can worry about that later. We need to talk about that right now, confuse you and stuff. But I just think the ladder is something that all of us can use. It's pretty easy. It's easy to understand, which I like. It's really easy to understand, especially for people who are in like the business starter type category, because there's only really 3 things that they're really looking at. But, you know, strong, Success Club driven program. And that's what we always talk about, right? We always talk about Success Club and how important it is to hit it. And now we have a leadership ladder who follows that, you know, what follows that same kind of idea, that same plan to help people build their business. So, questions on the leadership ladder? Cool. Are you guys like super pumped about leadership ladder? Yes. This is the greatest thing ever. Yes, there you go. So, yeah, feel free to use it, try it out, look at some of the stuff in there. And yeah, I'm going to start trying to roll that out with my coaches too. I mean, that's going to be a strong focus for me, is pushing people in the leadership ladder. Because like I said, I think it's going to help them build that, a more stable, consistent business. So you don't have like this house of cards style business where it's like, oh, grow it up and crumble, grow it up and then crumble. Having this more consistent business building, I think it's going to be cool for people. So, on that note, yes.
So it says my next rung benchmark for highest paid rank is coach.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm already emerald. Why is it backwards?
It's not backwards. If you haven't qualified for business starter yet, say you didn't make $100 last month, for example, or you didn't hit Success Club 5, you haven't even qualified for the business starter category. So you could be higher. It's Coach Plus. It's not just Coach. It's Coach Plus. It doesn't say Coach Plus on there, but if you look in the documentation on the click here section, you'll actually see it says Coach Plus. So if you're not like I said, if you're not earning, I could be a diamond coach and not making SC5, and then I'd be a business starter. You have to hit every level of the rung to qualify for the next rung. So, like I said, it's very SC driven. If you're not hitting Success Club 5, you're going all the way back to none, really. So it's all about teaching the consistency with Success Club to your people and following it pretty much yourself. The leading by example type of thing. I mean, that's what the ladder is based on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. But I guess is this just a goal setter type thing?
Yep. Exactly.
Because it doesn't affect your actual rank, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that it's less rank driven. The leadership ladder is less rank driven, in my opinion, and more on Success Club. It's a Success Club driver, volume producing Success Club driver. I mean, if you think about it in essence, if you're following that, you're getting Success Club 5, you have your team following that, they're doing the same thing, they're getting Success Club 5, the volume portion of it is going to come to all of you. I mean, you're going to see that volume coming up as everybody's following the leadership ladder. I just like to say the leadership ladder. It's fun. All right. Any other questions?
If we have time, could you talk a little bit about the changes that they made between the SC5 and the SC10?
Yes, I can talk about that right now, actually. That's kind of a good topic. So before, to earn customer leads, all you had to do is be an Emerald coach and be a club member and have your profile filled out, blah, blah, blah. That was it. No Success Club at all. I mean, you could just be an Emerald coach. What they've decided to do is not let people just chill at Emerald and earn leads. They've decided that if people want to get leads, that they need to show them that they're actively working their business and trying to build their business. And their, I guess, meter for that, or their gauge, has turned into Success Club. So from now on, starting April 1st, I think is when this kind of rolls out, you'll not only need to be an Emerald coach, but you'll have to get Success Club 5 to get Emerald leads. If you want to get Success Club leads, you have to get Success Club 10. So SC10 will get you all the leads no matter what. So it's going to get you both. SC5 will only get you the Emerald leads. So remember, the big difference between the two for the newer people on the call is the Emerald leads, which now will require SC5, are basically customers where Beachbody takes all of the money on the sale, but they give you the customers. So any further sales from those customers, you would get commission for. Success Club leads are a little bit different, in which you actually make a commission on whatever the sale was, and you get the customer. So if you get SC10, you get both. So you qualify for both, just like you would before if we were getting SC5, for example. So they jumped the numbers up. For the Success Club leads, they bumped that up to 10, and for the Emerald leads, they bumped it up to 5. So obviously we want to look at this in a bad way right away, right? Like, oh crap, now I'm not going to get my leads, and things like that. I look at this in a completely positive way, okay? If you want free stuff, you got to do some work. But what it's going to do too is now it's going to require all these emeralds that were like sitting around and not doing anything and getting free leads, free people, and all the other people that were, busting their butt doing things and getting the same amount of leads. It's not going to happen anymore. So what does that mean? I think it's great because that means more leads for the people that qualify for them. All those leads that were just like spread out, and I don't know how many, so I've been an Emerald coach for a long time, like 4 years worth of Emerald leads I've been getting. So when I started with those, there wasn't a lot of Emerald coaches. I mean, we got like 7, 8, 9 customers every month just on Emerald leads. And then if you got Success Club leads too, now you're getting another 4. I mean, you were getting a lot of stuff for these leads. I mean, 11 new customers every month. It was huge. Now, I mean, you guys can probably attest to this too. How many new customers are you getting in your, from your SC leads and from your Emerald leads? Is it 15 customers a month? I don't think so. If you are, you're doing way better than I am, for sure. So what you're going to see now is all those customers that they had to disperse between everybody because that was the rules, not going to happen anymore. So now all those leads, they're still going to give them out, but it's going to go to a lot smaller group. So you're going to start seeing more leads. So you're going to get paid off for doing the stuff in your business. You're going to get paid more for that. And I think that that's cool, in my opinion. The people who work the business really want to grow the business are the people that are going to see the benefit from doing it. So that's how it works. Does that make sense? Thumbs up. Cool. All right. Thumbs up across the board. I like it. All right. I don't know how much time we have. Okay. So this is what I want to cover next. Kind of what I was alluding to when I was recognizing all of the leaders on the team. We've been trying to put a lot of stuff together. And there's lots of stuff in the works, stuff we kind of jumped into just, and we're making it work. We're making it happen. So here's a couple of things, or a few things, I guess, that are coming up that I want to talk about, because I think all of you guys can use this to your advantage, especially new coaches. Let's talk about some of the stuff we already have in place, okay? Determination. If you're not in that group, you should probably be in it. But before you get into the group, in the pinned post, does everybody know what the pinned post is? I think I've been having a lot of problems when I say pinned post and I'm like, okay, everybody knows what that is. Not everybody knows what the pinned post is, okay? So if you go into the team page, the pinned post never moves. It's pinned to the top of the page. So anytime anybody like puts a comment, it goes underneath the pinned post. So the pinned post never moves. It stays there. So right now, if you look at it, it says like team calls are on Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. What you want to do is you want to do the little read more or continue reading and click it, and it will open up a little bit bigger. So there's more cool stuff in there if you guys didn't notice yet. And one of the things is rules for determination. So we decided we need to put some guidelines together so everybody understands how determination works. Okay, so what we need you to do is read over the guidelines so you understand how the group works. It's a group with a lot of coaches in it, all adding people, and all of us are working together to help each other build our business. So there's little guidelines and little rule things that we need to follow to make sure everybody's playing nice with each other. Okay, that's the goal. So read that first, then we can add you to determination and you can use that. So determination's a great group. It's general health and fitness group. No requirements, no like, hey, you got to be using Shakeology. Hey, you got to be doing P90X. No requirements at all. This is our group that we put people in who are interested in getting better health and fitness, basically. Okay, and then what we do is we get our little Beachbody jabs in there every once in a while, and hopefully we get some interest from the people that are not on Beachbody in the group, get some interest from them, and then we hopefully get some sales from those. So hopefully turn those people into coaches or whatever we need to do. But remember, you're working with not only your customers in the group, but everybody's customers. And that's the part where we got to play nice. So if somebody comes to you and is like, yeah, 21-day fix sounds cool, but they're not a person you added to the group, you need to relay that message back to the coach that added that person to the group. Okay? We're not about taking each other's customers. We're just helping each other. Okay, so that's what the determination rule book says. It's a rule book now. I just made that up. Okay, it's a rule book, so read it. The other thing in there for new coaches as well is the new coach training. Okay, so it's a Google Doc. You click on it, and it's separated into blocks. So you can go through the training. It tells you about how long that they think it's gonna be for each block to complete it. So you can go through the training as fast or as slow as you want. But the idea is that you go through it so you have a general knowledge of what we do as coaches, how you earn, all that kind of fun stuff. If anything, it should generate a lot of questions, and then you can go right into Team Tenacious, and you can be like, hey, I have a question on this, or I didn't quite understand this, or you can go to your upline coach and ask them, or you can ask me, or you can ask somebody else. But the idea there is that you learn some stuff so you have a general knowledge, so you're not coming in when I'm talking about Success Club or Cycle Bonus or Diamond Rank, you don't know what that means. Okay, so I want you guys to have some kind of a general knowledge of that. So that's another thing. That's already available to you. Okay, all that stuff's available to you already. Things that we're kind of doing and working on right now. Okay, so the coach sneak peek, we have one running right now, like it started today. This is going to be running every month. All right, so the leader people are trying to put stuff together to help us run the group more smoothly, kind of make it easier for us. So we're working on posts and things like that to be able to put in the group every month that we know are going to work. We want like this rock solid coach sneak peek group. And the idea of this group is a 3-day, we're going to do posts every day, every couple hours or so, something like that. But basically we want to touch on different aspects of coaching, give people who want to know some more about coaching an idea of what it is that we do. So the way we've kind of separated out, just to give you guys an idea, is day one, which was today, was kind of like, okay, what do we do in the daily life of a coach? Find, share, invite, in essence, in a nutshell. Tomorrow is going to be all about commissions and earning. How do you earn as a Beachbody coach? How do you make money? We'll talk about bonuses, talk about stuff like that. And then day 3, I don't even remember what we put in there. Some other little topics, and then basically like call to action, how do you sign up to be a coach, challenge pack, stuff like that. So we're trying to get things together to make that group rock solid. But we're going to run a coach sneak peek every month. And I want these groups that I'm going to talk about running, I want them to be like same time every month, no questions asked. So you guys always know when they're going to run, so you can always invite people to them if you want to. Coach sneak peek, 3rd Monday every month. That's my goal right now. What else? Oh, this is in the works. We're going to try to bring Coach Basics back, and I think we're going to bring it back in a smaller quantity. So I think we're looking at maybe like a 3 to 5 day Coach Basics group. So this is going to be like a graduation group of sorts. So once you've made it through the training, the coach training that's in the pin post, once you've made it through there, the Coach Basics group will be like a graduation from there. I want that, the goal there is that the group is going to be kind of like really interactive. Like I want a lot of like Q&A, questions and answers be flying around. So like all the questions that you had there, by the time you get out of Coach Basics, you should be like rock solid in the knowledge of like what coaching is and what it's all about. And that's going to be the idea of Coach Basics. If we go any further than that, we don't really have a plan for that right now, but we might, lay out some other stuff for maybe like, like a Journey to Emerald group. We might talk about Emerald to Diamond, things like that as we go, but there's nothing in there right now. What I want to do is solidify stuff that new coaches can take advantage of right out of the gate. I want you new coaches to have everything that you could possibly need to make your business work and make it super easy for you. All the tools are going to be in place for you to make that happen. Are you raising your hand or are you raising the roof?
I'm raising the roof and I'm raising my hand.
Okay, what's up?
So after that Coach Basic group, maybe we should put them in the find and the share and invite group.
It's a good idea.
That'll help them get to Emerald as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. That's a good plan. If we do that, we're going to have to coordinate the Coach Basics group to be pretty early in the month, because they could get right out of that and right into Find, Share, Invite. Because I think Find, Share, Invite's running like right around the second, like the end of the second week of each month right now. So it's like a month long or something like that. So maybe we can coordinate something like that. I don't know. Rob's working on something pretty sweet for Coach Basics. So, if we can get that rolled out, maybe even by the end of the month, if we could roll something out like that, we might be able to start a group like early April and do our first run through the beta group for Coach Basic, if you will. So that's another thing that we have right now. If you guys have any more ideas, or we always say this, but any ideas or something that you would be like, man, if I had this would be great, let us know, because we are trying to do stuff to make your lives easier, but we have to know what that stuff is. Right now we're just kind of going off of almost like what we wish we would have had when we started. What is that? And we're trying to give you guys all of that. With all the tools and everything that you guys have or are going to have in the near future, man, it should be so easy to do things. I'm telling you, you guys should have so much information overload. You're going to know more than you ever wanted to know about beach with all the stuff that we got going on. So, yes, that's what I wanted to cover. Those are some of the things we got in the works. Those are some of the things that we've already kind of rolled out. So make sure that you're checking that stuff out, using it. Like always, the training material on the Coach Online office, that recently got revamped, like I said, so there's stuff in there too to check out. There's videos, there's stuff like that. Everything in there. You guys have tools. You have things to use. They're there. They're pretty easy to find. If you can't find something, let us know, and we'll point you in the right direction. Tools are there. You just got to use them. All right. I think that's it. Yeah, that's all I really have. Are there any questions about anything? Anything that I covered? Any other questions outside of what I covered that you guys want to talk about? No?
I know somebody's got a question. They're just holding back.
Yeah, they're all holding. They don't want to ask. Don't ask. It's okay to ask questions, I promise. Even if they're really what you would think stupid questions, just ask. 3 other people have the same question they're not asking either right now. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. So like I said, watch the team page. We have daily stuff being posted in there each day, meeting new coaches, Shakeology ingredients. We got the SC doc, the recognition, success stories. I mean, we're doing it all. So hope you guys are taking advantage of that. Stay up on the team page, because we're trying to make that more active as well. So we're trying to keep that thing active and keep some posts on there. So that's all I got. Oh, we got questions.
I was thinking a lot of people have been asking a lot about personal development, and I was wondering if maybe on Team Tenacious you want to highlight a book of the month, where if people want to kind of read it at the same time. And I know we did book club and it didn't.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we can revive.
If we do it in Team Tenacious, then a lot of the newer coaches will get a chance to see some of the options that are out there and why we're enjoying them.
I have a pretty good idea for this, Rachel, and I'm gonna maybe post it in the leaders group, and we'll talk about this, because I think that we can do something that's kind of fun.
Okay.
This whole thing for everybody. So yes, that's a good idea. Personal development is a huge thing that I think a lot of newer coaches overlook. It's one of the 3 vital behaviors, but it's the one that nobody remembers or thinks about, but is really important to your business growth. So, anything else? Questions, concerns? Nothing? All right. Well, thanks for joining in. I hope everybody was able to follow along. Sorry I couldn't do the screen share because I didn't want to mess up our recording. But if you have more questions on Leadership Ladder or anything like that, just shoot me a message, let me know. Thanks for being on, and I'll post a recording here in 15, 20 minutes. Is that a question? Are you raising your hand? Time out.
Yes.
All right, well,